Homestead OC here. This is a follow-up video to our chicken slaughter. We got 6 carcasses here. We've already quartered it, cut off the thighs, with the drumsticks, the breasts, and the wings, and we're gonna get ready to make some stock here. It's gonna take a while to fill this pot, but we're gonna use all filtered water. It just takes a long time to get out. But we got 6 carcasses here. We're gonna do just kind of like a hodgepodge of what we got. Might have to run to the store for a couple things, but we're making chicken stock. Got the water filled. Just want it right above the carcasses there. I only had 3 carrots plus some baby carrots, so all those going in. Probably gonna need some more carrots, and then we're gonna need a couple onions. Some celery, bay leaves, thyme, pepper, and I think that's it. So let's get these carrots in there. All right, we got the pot going. I had to go to the store, get some more carrots, celery, parsley, thyme, garlic, onions, black pepper, bay leaves, and we already got a nice little froth on the top. I need to scoop that out. A lot of carrots in here already, but we're gonna add some more for some color, and a lot of onions. Carrots are in, celery's next, parsley, onions, and the motherfucking thyme. Oh, garlic. Keep the vampires away. Now we can stir it up. I'm gonna get this up to boil, and then I'm gonna let it simmer overnight. Get all these guys cooked down. Then I'll skim off this little floaty scum before I go to bed, and then we'll check it again in the morning. It's already smelling really good. But I forgot pepper. Peppercorns. Not sure what this does, but I saw Dave Ramsey do it. Aha! Since I'm going to be canning this later, I got canning and pickling salt. It's a big pot. We got 6 chickens, and this is a 21-quart canning pot, I believe. So we'll salt it a little bit later after we taste it. And then last but not least, bay leaves. Got 12 here, using 2 per chicken. Alright. That is gonna be good. We are boiling. Actually came up pretty quick, and I was mistaken about this canner. This is a All-American Model 941, which is a 41 quart, not a 21 quart. So this is about half full, so maybe 21 quarts, something like that. Which I think might be more quart jars than I have. I'm gonna make 1 batch of soup probably right away, and then the rest will get canned, and probably go through and pick quite a bit of meat off these bones for the soup I'm making next. So I'll put this down to basically all the way to the low, and we'll seal it up, and it'll simmer for probably good 24 hours, maybe more. We'll see. Alright, here we are next morning. It's looking pretty good. A lot of fat starting to come up to the top, and it smells so good. It's definitely the first thing you want to be smelling in the morning. little cooler temp on the stove than I was expecting, so I turned it up a notch, and we'll let this go for another 12 hours or so. See what happens. All right, it's been about 22 hours. And oh man, that smells good. Let's give it a little stir. A lot of the carcass has broken down, separated. The bones are all individual. So we're gonna try and get the big chunks out, and then we'll strain it, and hopefully pull some of this meat off of here, and I'll make a batch of soup with just that, and then we'll can the rest of the chicken stock. Got most of the stuff out of there. There's definitely some meat here, but a lot of it's kind of fat, and some of the bones have kind of like halfway dissolved, so if a little bit of meat was mixed up with a bunch of bones or cartilage, I just left it in here. And there's plenty of meat in here to make a decent chicken soup. So this is going to be part of the soup. That's going to go to the compost pile, get crushed up, and then mixed with the chicken heads and blood and wood chips and whatnot, and then that'll go out to the garden. And then the stuff on the top here, the thyme and the fat and everything, I'm going to scoop that up, and we'll put that in tonight's soup here. All right, look at that. Oh man, that is good. Probably use some more salt. Man, I could put this in a cup and just chug that all day. That is delicious soup, but we'll add some salt to it. Make it a little bit better. Before I was using canning salt, but I just got this one handy, so that's what we're doing. Now we'll eat this soup, and we're gonna can up this stuff after dinner. So we'll just let it sit, and then we'll strain it, and then we'll get this emptied out, cleaned up for our water bath, and pressure cook this right before bed. And then we'll let it sit overnight to cool down. Everything will seal up real nice, and then in the morning we can pop the top, check our jars, and then go right on the shelf. Okay, we got our broth, stock, whatever, canned up. I got 10 quart jars. We're gonna put it in our pressure canner, model 941. I got a really great deal on this canner. I bought 2 of these. They were used, and I think it was like $50 for both of them. And if you know anything about canners, just look and see how much this thing is brand new. Prices are going up every year, and it's crazy. The bad things about it was had a cracked handle, no big deal, and I was missing the jiggler weight. But All American sells those, and no big deal. So we got 10 quarts. I'm gonna wait for the water to boil. Once it's going, we'll put them in, put the lid on, and get it up to temperature. Once it's at 10 pounds, I'm gonna cook it for 25 minutes, and then I'm just gonna let it sit overnight to cool down, and in the morning we'll unload them and we'll have stock. So didn't have a full quarts full, so I'm just drinking it like this, and it is delicious. A little bit foggy. Couldn't really be helped. My strainer only does so much, so I ladled out everything I could on the top, and it's still pretty good. I don't know what that's going to do once it goes into the jars, but you know, whatever soup it's going to go into, I think it's only going to add to it. Since I was at work and this was just kind of sitting here, my wife decided it needed more salt, so salted it to taste, and it's actually a lot better than it was before. It was a little bland, and stock needs to be salty, we think. Water's boiling. Let's load them. I've kept the lids a little loose to let the air escape, and then once they're done and sealed, we'll tighten down. I'm trying to keep these away from the wall of the pot and not pack them too tight. So I think we're going to be not really at capacity because I can do 2 stacks, but I was hoping I could get all 10 in here. But what I might do, I can't get it in. I can't get it in, then maybe we'll just keep that in the fridge and we'll use that one first. Got them in. It's not the prettiest, but nothing's wedged, everything's loose, so I think that's going to do it. We'll put the lid on and tighten everything down and set the jiggler on 10. You want the bottom number to be right there. Alright, next morning, we're done. Uh-oh. Only some of them actually got pressurized. So only 4 of them had sealed tops, so count those as success. And then I'm going to bring this back up to temperature and can these again. And this time I'm not going to let them sit overnight. I think I'm just going to pop the top as soon as they're done and tighten the lids and see if that makes any difference. If they don't seal, I'm not really sure what to do. I'll have to check out online. Maybe there's something important that I'm missing here. So try it again. Okay, here we go. There's a couple that still are popping, but when I first opened it up, they were all popping, and after I tightened them up, they sucked down in. So I think I'm going to be okay, and we'll check on these in a little bit, but we'll call this a success, and we'll use these 2 first. And then the rest of them with the suck down lids can be stored, and I'll be happy with that. So the broth turned out really good. Well, I had some of the soup last night. Oh, there it goes. And it was great. The salt level could be changed. We think we might have put too much salt in it, but all in all, it's a good first run. And yeah, thanks for watching. If you want to see some more stuff like this, you know, maybe consider subscribing. If you liked it, give me a thumbs up, and give me a comment down below if you have any questions. Thanks. Have a great day.